have this foot valve. Tree line. That's a lot straight far. 100 feet so far. Hopefully cleaner water, 5 feet more. And what all we need to grow them. But anyway, that's this trees. Inch barb couple, so it's down there pretty good. I haven't tightened it yet. Here, all the way down, same way I connected the other, this foot valve right here. So I need to have that pipe. The house is just up there. I'm planting some stuff. So I got the last one. Make sure it flows. Fill in. Can't tell. Let's see how far it's going. So I might put on a new hose clamp. So how cool it is. It's so nice. Go. Go that way, just cut that way. Where y'all going? I think y'all slick. You got the sheep in the doghouse. Y'all see Abram back in there? You can barely see him in there. I don't know who all is squeezed in there. They just kind of chill wherever they're at when it gets hot. They just lay down for a while, get in the shade, and then they get back out to grazing once they chew the cud a little bit. But it's just funny seeing them over there. I don't get why they're over there because it's not that much shade. But I don't know, I guess it ain't too hot. Trying to get Layla, she's playing with the sheep. So I wasn't able to get it set up because I realized I needed this coupling type of piece. It's just let me show you what it looks like. So it's like a male to male 1-inch coupling thread piece that I needed to put inside of the pump. So I'm gonna put that on this side, and then I'm gonna put this. It's a strainer, I think like a 40 mesh strainer, and this is also 1-inch. You see they both have these female threaded fittings, and so I needed a male to male threaded fitting to go inside of it. And so I'm gonna put this on here, something like that, and this is a 1-inch barbed fitting. And on the other side it has another threaded fitting. So this is the so this will connect to the hose, the 1-inch hose I have over there, or the poly pipe. So the barb will go onto the hose, and then thread goes into this mesh strainer. And so the strainer is here, so once the pump pulls water out of the pond or the creek, it'll keep the debris from coming in. So I have this little, it's a foot valve, and then it also has a screen on it. And so the foot valve will pull, once the pump pulls the water in, a foot valve will keep the water from going back down. So it'll kind of help the pump work a little bit easier, so it's not constantly having to prime itself and pull the water up, because the water will stay sitting in the line, because the foot valve will prevent the water from flowing back out once the pump pulls the water in. And so we'll have this foot valve here. This will be submerged underwater, and it'll be connected to, I'm gonna connect it to the 1-inch hose, and have another barb fitting on the end of this. And so that fitting, I'll have the hose here, it'll go into the pump, and then coming out the top of the pump, we have another barb fitting with the threaded male MPT thread on the other side. So we put the threads into the pump here, and then we'll put the hose onto here, and then from here we'll run the hose all the way to the house from the creek. And so all these connections, I'm gonna put Teflon tape around it, so it'll be sealed and won't have to worry about leaking. So hopefully this should work. It's just a shallow well pump. I believe I showed it before, but this is just what the pump is, what it looks like. It's fluent power. So it's like a shallow well pump. Use it for gardening. It's a 1 horsepower pump, so it's not just super powerful, but I think it'll be powerful enough. So we'll see. This is about $90. After those Trump tariffs hit, it's probably going to be about 100 and something. It's probably going to go up after the way the economy is looking. So it's pretty good to buy the infrastructure now while we can. Yeah, we got Layla over here. Sheep. So I like these cedar trees. I might keep these here at least for a while until I grow some other trees, because I like these right here. I might even keep them completely and just grow stuff in between them. All the connections. I'll put the Teflon tape on all the fittings and on the strainer and on the pump. So now what I'm gonna do is unroll this pipe. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna route it through the trees. It's gonna go, I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to go somehow. I don't want to go straight through the crop field, so I'm gonna kind of cut through the trees. It's gonna go diagonally. The creek is like back that way where I need to be, so it kind of goes towards this line, but I need to go around this tree line. do have a path through here that I'm gonna eventually widen out, so I might just put it along that path and let it go straight back. Make it easier to maintain it instead of putting it through the trees. Once we go through there, I'm gonna go all the way back. So it's gonna be a lot. I don't know if I'll be able to really film it, but I'm trying to unroll this out and just get through there. Take the clippers with me. It's getting pretty thick. So I'm gonna take these little pruners. So yeah. So I got each one of these is 100 feet long. I got 6 of them, so we got 600 feet. So I'll bring it over here first. So I'm just lay this one out. I'm gonna just see how well it unrolls. I might need like some stakes or something to hold it down. Let's see. Okay, so now I got this end of it. See how it 1-inch pipe, so see if it'll unroll or if it's gonna just keep sliding. And some of the pipe is kind of bent up from when they coiled it, so I have to like unbend it. This part is bent. So this part is messing up, so I'm gonna have to get the kinks out and then I'll pull it. So now I've unraveled it somewhat. You can see the coils because it's so coiled up. So I'm hoping the sun will help to loosen it. It's been sitting in the sun the past few days, so just because all these kinks, it has these kinks in it from when they strapped it in, when they shipped it. You see how it coils up, so I'm gonna try to just somewhat let it naturally stretch out. So I'm just kind of twisting it to unroll it some more now that I got it all laid out. So I just keep taking this in and twisting it around until I can get all the loops out and pulling it back. Now I'm gonna lay it down and see what it does. Okay, so now we got it rolled all the way out. So that's a lot straighter. Actually looks pretty good. So that's 100 feet. 100 feet of the pipe right here. So I got to figure out exactly how I want to get it through these trees. I'm not exactly sure. I think I'm gonna just lay the pipes out first and then I'll get them where they need to be. So pull this around here to get an idea. That looks pretty good actually. And this pipe will be really good for irrigation too, because our rows will not be really straight. We're gonna have a lot of curves. And so this pipe, the tubing can actually work along the curves. So yeah, I'm gonna just do the same thing. I'm gonna try to unroll and lay out each one, and then I'll just drag them through as I need them. So you see I got them all laid out everywhere. The wind's been blowing some of them. So some of them, you see how they're uncoil. Just kind of lay them out and just let them naturally unroll. You just pull them. So I got this one straight. I'm starting lining them up, going all the way down to the creek. So pretty much I'm just gonna be dragging them. Probably start with this one first. Let's take this one right here. Might actually even take it through. Let me see how I want to do this. Through here. We got a little trail through here. I think I'm gonna go through here. Keep it away from the crop field. Or I thought about along the edge. Let me see. We'll go along the edge for now. This might be better. So I'm just pulling this hose where this pipe, poly pipe tubing. It's durable tubing. That's why I got this, because it wasn't really that cheap, but it's the cheapest thing I could find for the length that I needed, and that would be durable enough, because we got all these blackberries and stuff and brush and different things, tree limbs, things fall on it. So this will be durable to pull through the forest. And so I'm gonna have to cut through this path, and I'm just take this. So I guess I could have went to the creek first, but I'm gonna just lay this out right here for now. I'm gonna come up and see how far that reaches. So I got the hose going through here. So I have to decide if I'm gonna cross it like that or not. Because if I do have to drive through here, I don't think I want to drive over it. I don't know. I might have to bury it or something. So hose ends here. And I'm just gonna have it go along the edge of the trees. Eventually I'm gonna cut these trees. I'm gonna cut it back. Some of them go along there. So then I'll need another tube. These two will connect from right here or somewhere around here. I'm just trying to see how long this is. Because I'm not exactly sure the route I'm gonna take, but let me just see how much pipe I'll need. And because I need the pipes to go from the tank. The tank's over here next to the house all the way to the creek, and then we'll have this tubing coming all the way around. Just rotate it. And so I'm gonna just pull this one all the way up over here. So let's say if I wanted to have this go up there somewhere, just stick it there for now. So from the tanks, it'll run. So this is where I was trying to decide whether or not it'll cut around here. It'd almost be better to just go through these trees, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. So let's have it come around here, and then take this tube, we'll just pull this along here. And so I've got those barb fittings to connect them with, and then I've got hose clamps that I'll use to connect the two pipes together. And so they'll both connect. But for now I'm just gonna lay them out right about where I think they'll be. So that's 200 feet of hose so far. 2 hoses. So 100 feet from there to there, then from there it's 100 feet going back in there. So I'll take the next hose. Now, this might be where it gets a little tricky, because I'm gonna have to go through the trees. Gonna be a little rough. So you see that hose, the 200 feet, it ends right here. And so I thought about just going along the path to the creek, but it would just take longer. It'd take more feet to pipe. I didn't want to, use that much, and then the pump will have to pump further. It'll be a lot quicker if I cut diagonally through the trees. Eventually I plan on opening up this area a lot, so it'll be easier to get to the pipes eventually, but gotta get these kinks out of it. But anyway, so I'm gonna pull this pipe all the way down. I'm gonna just go diagonally from here to the creek. I walked it the other day, so I kind of have an idea of which way to go. I gotta get around this tree, so I think I'm gonna, let's see, I'm gonna cut through, I'll cut through this way. Thing, all the spider webs. I'm gonna be on the lookout for snakes. So I gotta figure out how far to go until this hose reaches the length it needs to be. So I'm gonna probably stop once I get up there and check it. You see how it's weaving through the trees, so I'm trying to get it as straight as possible. So I'm probably gonna end up having to readjust everything once I get to the creek. Trying to figure out the best way. Probably need to go this way. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the hose there for now and see how far this reaches. I'm trying to get the hose as straight as I possibly can, so that the water can flow as smooth as possible. So all these curves, I'm gonna have to take out these curves. So I'm gonna have to go over that tree. Let's get this over. Over. And so this one needs to be right about here. These can connect. So these two will connect here. Then I'll get the other hose. So now we got 300 feet so far. It's 100 going back into the trees, another 100 foot going up to about up there, another 100 going to the house. We got 600 feet of pipe, so we should have enough. I see Blue has joined us. I don't know where he's been at. Anyway, so now I'm gonna pull this one through the trees. So there. Those hoses will connect. I have to connect them in between all this brush. Straighten them out. Set that there for now. So we got the hose. You can see that. Going across. Blow. All right, so I'm gonna take this other hose down. I take both of these. This is the only one I haven't unrolled, so I'll bring this with me. So I'll be carrying this, and then I'm gonna pull this hose. So I take this both with me down to the pond or the creek. So the pond doesn't hold water very long because it's so sandy. It just doesn't hold water. The water seeps through it. Still got to build the backside of it, so it might help it hold a little bit longer, but it's still, I don't know how well it's gonna hold. But it'll definitely hold it long enough for us to pump water out. And so we'll pump the water out for irrigation and for the house use and stuff. So you see, that's where I got those other hoses. Taking the easy path to the creek instead of going through the trees. I don't know if you can see the hose through there. It's hard to see that, but so the path kind of curves around, but I want to make a new path that just goes straight across. Really, I just want to open everything up where you can walk openly through majority of all the areas. The edges I'll leave thick. I'll leave the edges still pretty thick, so around the property boundaries. But so you can see the hose cuts through that little opening. And the pond is right down here. So I have to figure out how to meet them in the middle. So you can see how low the pond is between, I'm sure, the heat and then the water seeping out the back. So I'll leave this here. And this hose, I'll have to go through that, all that brush. And so this is the pond. See, the water dropped about a foot. It's still at least 3 or 4 feet of water in even the shallow areas, but over time it's gonna slowly leak. It slowly leaks outside the back. So I still haven't completely finished filling in this backside, so it might slow it down once I fill this in, but I got a feeling it's gonna keep leaking because it's just pretty sandy. You can see the soil, you can see the sand. Water just seeps through. On top of the fact there's a lot of tree roots just all through here. And the tree roots create channels where the water seeps through. But it still holds pretty good. I'm just not too sure how well it'll do with trying to put fish in it. Unless I can get it to hold water a longer period of time. I still might be able to put fish in it, but I don't know. I know there's things you can put in the water to help it seal, like gypsum can help the soil maybe seal together, but I don't know how effective it'll be over here. If you notice, the water is a lot clearer down there. I think it's because it's when all the water flows in, it catches all the sediment, and I think all that dirt and silt and sediment is catching along the bank and everything, and it kind of collects here, and then as the water seeps through the sand, it's kind of like a natural filter, and I think it's seeping through and kind of coming up from underneath the ground. It's coming out of the ground, so you kind of see it's clear in there. It's got a layer of stuff on top of it, but the water is clear underneath. And so I thought about, instead of pumping water out of the pond itself, pumping the water that seeps out of the pond, just because of how clear it is. And then that way I'm not pumping water out of the pond, I'll be pumping the water that's already seeping out anyway. But I'll need to dig out a little area. Pretty much I'll make like a spring box right here type of thing. And so as the water seeps through, it'll fill up the box or the barrel with water, and that water will be hopefully cleaner water. It'll be more clear. Hopefully it'll naturally filter through the dam, and so that water would be a lot better to pump than the water that has all the silts in it on the other side. I just wanted to show the pond. It's getting lower, but we still got a lot of water in it. Waiting to see how the overflow works. It hasn't filled up to that point, so it'll be interesting to see how it holds up in the rain. I might have to build it up some more just to ensure it doesn't wash out, but it'll be interesting. This pipe right here, I'm about to take it through this brush, all this stuff in here. So let's see. So I'll put the pump somewhere around here, and yeah, we'll probably just go straight up. And this is where I probably should have brought the shears and cut through here first, but it'll be alright. So I'm gonna cut a lot of this stuff down. I'm gonna leave, there's some plums through here, but mostly everything else I'll cut, unless it's like a pecan tree or something useful. So I'm trying to find that other pipe where I stopped last with it. I think I see it. So there's the pipe. Probably should cut a little way with some. I'm gonna go back this way. I'm gonna come around these trees on the other side. Too far right. These will be somewhere about right here. I gotta see exactly how straight it is. It's got a lot of kinks in it, so I could like get all these bends out of it. But I'm gonna pull this out. I'm gonna take it. Let's see. Go this way. So there's a pond down there. Let's see. Which way do I want to go? Probably this way. Take it through these trees. And so, got the pipe here, but I think I might put it too far. Let's see. So I think that should be good, and then to cut all this stuff out the way. Yeah. And then I gotta walk through and unbend all these parts. And so I'll just cut. Have that right there. So that's, can't remember how many, how far that is. I think it's 500 feet there. And it should be just a short distance. I'm gonna have to cut the next pipe. So that's not too bad. Might just work. Pipe ends here. I think it'll be about maybe 25 feet more. I have to cut from here to where the pump will be down here. So I'd like to put the pump like somewhere, maybe right there, or, well, let me see, maybe like on the dam or something. Somewhere around here. Probably more than likely like around there on the dam, so I can put it on either side depending on where I want to pump water from. But let's see. I see the sheep over here by the house. They like the shade. I gotta get the hose clamps though over here, so they might run off. Let them. Just seeing what all we need to grow them. But anyway, I'm gonna have to do this through the trees. It's 1-inch barbed coupling there, so it's down there pretty good. I haven't tightened it yet. Tighten it. Tight enough, but we'll see. Here, all the way down, so that I can same way I connected the other end. Get this foot valve right here. Needs to be deep enough. The house is just up there. So I got the last one. Make sure it flows. I really don't know how much. Can handle. It's looking 1800. I can hear it though. I can see how far it's going. And how cool it is, and how